So, you're thinking of moving to Overland Park, Kansas, one of America's most high-quality towns. Today, we're going to look at a broad overview of what life is like in Overland Park, including crime rates, cost of living, and of course, housing expenses, which is a big topic in one of the nicest cities in the US. Personally, I absolutely love Overland Park, but can you pay to play? Because it comes at a price. Let's talk about it. Make me a deal. If you get any value or information out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. My name is Greyson Roberts, realtor and owner of Boss Properties. If you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in the greater Overland Park in Kansas City, Missouri area, give me a call, text, or email 24/7. We are the #1 relocation company, and I'd be more than happy to help you out finding the best neighborhood in the best city on your terms. And first, before we get into it, I would like to mention a brief sponsor, longtime friend of Boss Properties, Weeble. Now, don't skip ahead, because Weeble is actually going to pay you to sign up for their free online stock brokerage. All you got to do is click the link in our description, sign up, create an account, deposit as little as 1 cent into your brokerage account, and they will put a couple stocks in there. You can sell them, buy the dip, make more money, or lose money like everybody else right now, or put them in your bank account because inflation sucks. With all of that out of the way, let's talk about good old Overland Park, Kansas. Overland Park is a suburban city located in the Kansas City metropolitan area in the state of Kansas. The city has a population of about 190,000 people and is known for its strong economy, good schools, and well-maintained parks and recreational facilities. It offers a variety of culture and leisure activities for all ages, all walks of life, and is considered one of the safest places to live. I spent a lot of time in Kansas, and it's unlike any other town I've been to. I just feel like I could leave my doors unlocked, and that is really rare in today's time. However, you gotta pay to play, baby. The cost of living is higher than the US average, even though it's a small suburban outskirt kinda Kansas City town. The area has a mix of urban and suburban areas with a mix of residential, commercial, and industrial areas. It also has a good transportation infrastructure with easy access to highways, airports, and public transportation. Now, more specifically into the cost of living. The cost of living in Overland Park, Kansas is generally a little bit higher, or a little bit higher than the national US average. According to data from the Council for Community and Economic Research, the overall cost of living index in Overland Park is around 18% higher than the national average, almost a full 20% higher than the national average. And the national average takes into consideration California and New York. Now, obviously, Overland Park is nowhere near the cost of living of either one of those cities, but it's high. And it's mostly housing in particular that is more expensive than the surrounding areas like KC proper or even Olathe, Lenexa, or surrounding cities. Furthermore, the living expenses such as utilities, taxes, and miscellaneous expenses are almost the same as the average US price. It's recommended to compare your current location with Overland Park specifically for the expenses that matter to you most. You can simply type in Springfield, Missouri compared to Overland Park, Missouri cost of living, and it'll show you a chart, and you can really get a good idea of how you're going to need to adjust your finances for when you make the move to Overland Park or surrounding areas. Now let's talk about the real reason cost of living is so much higher in Overland Park than surrounding areas, and that is the home prices, as it is an extremely sought after and highly desirable place to live. The average home price in Overland Park, Kansas can vary depending on the specific location and type of property. However, as of 2021, the average home price in Overland Park, Kansas is around $300,000 to $500,000 on average, which is much higher than the US median home price at about $250,000. Like I said, utilities and taxes are similar to the surrounding areas, but, Olathe, Lenexa, even Kansas City closer to downtown are going to offer much cheaper housing solutions. In fact, to kind of put it into perspective, I will make a pros and cons list of Overland Park. I'll make a comparing and contrasting video of Overland Park and Olathe. When I was first starting out, I lived in Olathe because it was cheaper than Overland Park, but I spent all of my time in Overland Park because I thought it was a kind of an upgrade. So that kind of puts it in perspective there. But if you can pay to play, I highly recommend it. As of 2021, the median household income in Overland Park is $90,000 to $100,000, which is higher than the US average. More specifically, in 2021, it was calculated at $93,000. And of course, this number is just a general statistic. It depends entirely on which part of the city you're in, what neighborhood, and all that good stuff. But it's a good starting point. Median household income in the United States is generally always hovers around $60,000. so it's significantly higher. Also, this might not come as a surprise, but the crime rate in Overland Park, Kansas is well below the national average. According to the Federal Bureau of, I'm just going to say FBI for the sake of time, the overall crime rate in Overland Park is lower than the national average. In particular, the property crime rate in Overland Park is significantly lower than the national average, and the violent crime rate is also significantly lower than the national average. Of course, it's an important disclaimer that crime rates vary on neighborhoods, and there's always going to be a worse part in a nice town, but even the worst parts in Overland Park is still very safe. Overall, Overland Park is a phenomenal place to build a family, raise a family, get a fresh start a new career, or just upgrade all quality of life. I absolutely love Overland Park, and as far as I'm concerned, one of the only downsides to living there is simply paying to play with the higher housing costs. Doesn't mean going to the grocery store or paying your electric bill is going to be higher than the surrounding towns, but the roof over your head is going to cost you a pretty penny. However, for a lot of people, this is what brings people into Overland Park, the higher barrier to entry. Now, if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in the greater Overland Park area, give me a call, text, or email. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Don't forget to get that free money with Weeble. Hold your end of the deal up. If you got any value or information out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.